big thing for me has been that ever since I started driving the Corvette, I really got used to having the shifter much closer to me. You know, like with the Corvette, the shifter's like over here. Let me zoom out a little bit. It's like up here, okay? So this was my quasi attempt to doing this. This is a racing shifter. It's actually a really nice shifter. It's weighted, okay? And if you guys saw my last video of the autocross, it worked fine. But I mean, if you look, these throws are pretty long, okay? And this is I believe this is a stock shifter rod, okay? But I still want this to be a little bit higher, okay, for track driving and stuff like that. And I really don't like this being that long. It just feels like it takes forever. This is a super nice shifter. I really recommend it for anybody that likes an extended shifter like this. It is weighted, but this is like Delrin or plastic, so it doesn't get super hot, okay? So we're gonna be changing this for what it looks to be a pretty badass shifter. There's not a whole lot of reviews out there for it. So let's get right into it, guys. Here it is, guys. I went with the WK Motorsports shifter. This is not advertised for EVO 8, EVO 9, but I bought this directly from them. Reached out to them. It was actually pretty easy. It is a Chinese made product, Hong Kong, whatever, China. But they say that it worked for the 4, 5, and 6. But it can work on all the 7, 8, and 9 as well. The only thing is they say you have to modify the shifter base or go with the MR, a 6-speed shifter base. Look at this beauty. This is so badass. So why I went with this, it just kind of looked to me the best looking one, the one that I had to modify the shifter base the least, okay? So the other ones, the IRL or whatever, they have like a big thing here, and I really didn't like that. I kind of like a little bit of the OEM Plus. I know this is not OEM Plus, but I didn't want this to look like a full-on race car. I didn't want to hack that thing completely. So that's the reason why I went with this. I kind of like the faux carbon as well. I think it fits the car. And I like that you can actually, you can remove this red, this is like a spacer, and you can make it shorter or leave it this tall. And then obviously it comes with this. And this one actually was fairly priced compared to the other ones, especially buying it directly from them. I highly recommend that you guys buy from them and save yourself really a couple $100s. So with that, I can't leave stuff alone. So I picked up this guy from eBay. This is pretty cool. I have never actually seen this in person with this little badge like this. So this is from a 6-speed, and I bought this shifter boot for an EVO 10. Now looking at this looks like it sits a little bit further back, so I may have to readjust this. So we'll see how this actually fits. And this is not in mint shape, but really neither is the car. This car is not really meant to be a show car. I think eventually maybe I'll wrap the centerpiece and the new shifter base, or have them painted to look a little bit nicer. All right, there it is, all completed. This boot is not perfect. It was from an EVO 10. I didn't want to have that button from the MR. And then the other thing is that this JDM console cover doesn't really fit very well over the left-hand drive bottom piece. So I had to rig it, I had to finagle it, I had to do some cutting and stuff like that. So one thing that I didn't realize is that the shifter actually sits, kind of hard to see, but it doesn't sit center of this hole, okay? And when I put this boot, I figured that it was going to be centered. But don't make the same mistake. Leave the boot, if you do this, then leave the boot a little bit further back. I think the EVO 10 boot does work, okay? It's just that I had already stapled it and grabbed it to that plastic base with this centered. So now when I pull it, this is taut here, and this is like, loose. So, but anyways, yeah, there it is. The actual shifter itself, the install is super easy. Okay, the only thing that I really struggled was with this and with the boot. Okay, so now I have the option of taking this off. Okay, to make it shorter, you can take this off, and this will come out. Okay, and then you can screw that up. It does screw all the way down, so it makes it a little bit shorter. I think I'm gonna leave it like this for now and see how I feel it. And then I do have, hold on, let me put all this in. They do send you like a sticker that just says like WK or whatever, but I had this from an old school Ready shifter that I had back in the day, and it fits perfect. So I'm not gonna stick it on yet until I decide whether or not I'm gonna leave it like this tall or short. All right, and we're off. I'm testing with the spacer first. See if I like it super long. But so far it feels really good. The throw feels just right. Feels a little shorter than stock, even though it's up here, but not super short. I've never really been into super short throws, and I don't think that these trannies appreciate it very much. Feels super precise. Notchy in a good way. So far I really like it. Going into fifth is a little bit more effort. Yeah, definitely a little bit more effort. You kind of have to go a little bit harder at an angle. Warm up a little bit so I can rip it. Just roll through the gears. Feels great. Feels really precise. So it's a little bit, I'm a little bit off right now because I'm just not used to it. But you just have to pull it with confidence, and it goes right in. A little bit more effort, but I think I appreciate the having to have a little bit more effort. Alright guys, so there you have it, WK shifter. I really like it. The more I use it, the more I like it. My only complaint would be that it's a little bit more of an effort to go into fifth. It's just that you have to go a little bit more sideways, okay, instead of kind of going like this. But honestly, like going like this is really what makes the synchros going into fifth mess up. At least that's my, that's what I found. And pretty much every EVO that I've had, at some point they grind fifth. So it may not be the shifter's fault. I'm just not 100% sure, to be honest with you, whether or not it was doing it before the shifter was like that. I think so. I think I did have to go a little bit easy. So we'll see how that goes. But everything else, man, awesome. It really fit the bill. Like shifting the hand, the hand movement is right there, and the throw, it doesn't really feel that short. It's just right. It doesn't feel like I'm super short. It really feels like the Corvette. The Corvette doesn't have a short shifter, but from the factory it almost feels like it does, and I really like it. I think for now I'm gonna leave this off. Okay, that matches super nice, but I'm still a little bit undecided whether or not I like this spacer. I do like the height of the spacer. I just don't know that I like the look. I wish it didn't have that WK there, but I guess, you know, they gotta brand it somehow, right? All right, guys, so I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.